Hey everybody, welcome back to Swift Lessons for another solo and hack. In today's session, I'm going to be sharing with you a simple trick for further diversifying beyond the minor pentatonic scale. If you're soloing over top of a major 1-4-5 blues or rock progression, one of the easiest ways of creating licks that really are customized to each of those changes is to target the major third of each chord. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can find those notes on the fretboard. Then I'm going to give you a simple practice routine to help work it into your playing. Now, before we jump in, it's time for another guitar giveaway. This month, I'm teaming up with Grassroots Music Store in Ocean City, New Jersey, and together we're giving away this beautiful classic vibe Squire Stratocaster. This thing is absolutely awesome. It plays as well as any Strat I've ever played, and it has a very nice aesthetic too. This natural finish, the rosewood fretboard, and this nice beefy neck, which is something that I really love. To win this guitar, all you need to do is head over to swiftguitar.com/giveaways. Now, let's get started. Okay, a close look at the fretboard, getting started breaking down this technique of following the major thirds for each chord in our 1-4-5 blues or rock progression. So following the major thirds and adding that note into your minor pentatonic scale safety net is going to add a lot of warmth to your licks and allow you to imply the chord you're playing over top of a little bit more effectively. Okay, so let's get started learning how to find the major third for each of the chords. In a 1-4-5 progression, if we're playing in the key of D, that would be D major, G major, and A major. Looking at the intervals we have in the one chord, we've got 1, 5, 1 again, major third, 5, and 1. So in this case, the major third of the one chord is right here on the 11th fret of the G string. Okay, so that's an F sharp note. So now I can find all my F sharps, and I know where my major thirds are for the one chord, D major. I can start working them into my minor pentatonic scale safety net. Okay, now let's take a look at the 4 chord, which is G major. If I'm playing it like this as an A shape, I've got the intervals 1, 5, 1 again, major third, and 5. Okay, so the major third for the G chord is the note B. All right, now I can easily start working that into my soloing when the 4 chord comes. Maybe it's not going to be a G major chord, it could be a G7 or G9, since we're talking blues, right? So I could play something like this. And then I just worked my way back to the 1 chord D. Okay, so B is the major third to G. So we want to find the B here and the B there as well on the D string 9th fret. Again, another note that you can work into your minor pentatonic scale. All right, then we have the 5 chord A major, which we can also play as a C shape. Okay, so now I've got frets 12, 11, 9, 10, 9. Okay, just a C major chord, just transposed to the key of A. So these intervals are 1, major third, 5, 1, and major third again. So for the 5 chord, we have the note C sharp as our major third. Now that's a weird note for the blues, because in relation to the 1, D major, that is the major 7, which isn't thought of as being a bluesy note. But if you're playing it over the 5 chord, it will sound bluesy. Okay, so once again, that A major chord played as a C shape, it reveals the major third of the chord, 11th fret of the D string, and 9th fret of the high E string. But also, maybe even more importantly, this arpeggio. 12, 11, 9, 10, 9. And I can get a very cool R&B sound off of that. So if I'm playing over top of the blues progression and the 5 chord comes in, I can play something like that. Leave the minor pentatonic scale safety net, and then go to that C sharp note, and then outline the chord shape. Okay, so now we have it. We can find the major third for each chord. Over the 1 chord, over the 4 chord, and over the 5 chord. Alright, now we have some really sweet notes to work into our minor pentatonic scale. Okay, now let's take this concept and really drive it home. We're going to learn a simple lick that utilizes the major third transposed over each of these 3 chords. Over the 1 chord we can play. Over the 4 chord. And over the 5 chord. Alright, so over D major or D7, we're playing minor third, major third, 5th, and then the root. So that is 10, 11, 10 on the B, and then 12 on the D string. You can throw in a hammer on. Alright, then fret the chord. Alright, thumb on the root, 10th fret of the D string, 10th fret B, and 11th fret G. A very easy kind of Hendrix style way of playing the 1 chord D7. Alright, practice that. Sounds great with a little chuck in there. Alright, same lick transposed up a 4th. Alright, that is the B string. 11 going up to 12 with the hammer. 10th fret high E. And then 12th fret of the G string. Next, fret the chord. D9 sounds fantastic. That is 10, 9, 10, 10, 10. Now I could just take that up a full step. You can do that always when you're playing something over the 5 chord. But instead we're going to play visualizing the 5 chord played as a C shape. So that is 8, 9, 12, and then the 10th fret of the B string, the root note of the 5 chord. From there, just fret the A7 chord shape. That's frets 12, 11, 12, 10. You put that together and we have a little practice routine. Okay, so practice that over and over again, get it into your muscle memory, and get it to the point where you can loop it comfortably while at the same time acknowledge the intervals that you're performing. Alright everybody, thanks so much for checking out this soloing hack. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And friends, remember, if you need some extra guidance or resources, you can head over to patreon.com/swiftlessons. There you'll find tabs, chord sheets, and other resources for all my popular YouTube guitar lessons. Until next time, this is Rob coming at you from Summers Point, New Jersey, saying happy picking.